Alright, so there you have it, everybody. We made it out of the Barheim Passage. We beat up the Queen Mimic. Now we're heading back to Rabanastre. We'll fight some wolves and that along the way. I have a pretty good idea of where I'm going to end the stream today, which is good because it's also a good place, at least I think, to level without doing any of the power leveling tricks that my viewers have given me here as far as killing Dusty the Ghost, and I think Dusty's a ghost. Yeah, I can, that's true. Finally got your Thief the Abyssio feat. How long were you hunting those for? Roly-poly birds. No, bird. Don't fight me. Killing these is entirely just for LP. Pretty sure I should have 2 teleport stones, though I may have sold them by mistake. If I did, I'm bad, but it happens. I think I did. Oops. I'm a noob. Oh well, it just means more life LP for me as I kill things along the way. And you get to see more of the Ester Sands. It's win-win. That's not too bad given how long things can take in FF11, right? Shouldn't take too long to walk back. Alright. Setting grand? Yeah, low drop rates are a pain in the ass. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Okay, good, I am. I don't even. Oh, I should go buy the map for the Ester Sand when I get back to Rabanastre. The Imperials have lifted the blockade on the road, but the sun... I think it's gotten to my father. We may need to rest over here a while. Chocobos don't come cheap, and with all these delays, I hope you can afford it. Even a small outpost like ours can mean the difference between life or death in the desert. We see quite an assortment of travelers through here. Keeps things interesting, at least. Not interesting enough for me to want to be here all day, though. Why hasn't the village sent out my replacement? Pretty hot, huh? 100 gil if you want to rest. It is pretty hot out here. Thanks, mister. Come on in. Sissel, if you've ever played FF4, you know what low drop rates are. That game. Travelers between Rabanastre and Albina have stopped at this outpost for as long as I can remember. Whichever you're headed for, you've not far to go, my boy. Yeah, 5 gil. That was worth it. Alright. I'll take your word for it. I had no idea, and I hope you will explain that to me in the future. Yeah. Alright, so there's a Tyrannosaur here. I don't know if I'm strong enough to fight it. I'm gonna guess not. I don't see him though. Where is he? I know he's... Oh, there he is. And look, he's gonna attack that, Oh, he attacked the wolf. Alright. Okay. Speaking of Bosch, has he actually joined my party now? No, he's still guest. Okay. Oops. Okay. Cacti! We did it! We made it! Oh, okay, Anime Gamer will have to answer that question for you, Cecil.
I thank you.
I'd avoid crowds if I were you. In this town, you're still a traitor, you know.
The Resistance will surely find me soon. Fate's will, we meet again. I would pay my respects to your brother.
You're a fugitive now, too. Stay low for a while.
What about the stone?
Do as you like. That stone's ill-favored.
We feel regret. We sought that stone and found ourselves only worry.
You offering it?
It's mine.
Then why'd you ask? Our regards to your girl.
We stay in Rabanastre a while.
Yeah!
What do you think? Can I trust Bosch?
I don't know if that stone's gonna hold the answers for you there, Vaughn.
I gotta get rid of this thing. But maybe I should show it to Penelo first, so she knows I got something. She'd be at Miguel's place this time of day.
Balthier and Fran, leave the party. Cecil, Anime Gamer's talking about the Final Fantasy XI, just so you know. Yeah. Welcome to the Moogling, Kupo. This is your first time using the Moogling? Nothing to it. The Moogling lets you teleport to several select locations across Rabanastre. We had to close for the parade earlier, but we're up and running again. The service is free of charge. Why not give it a try? There's no time like the present, Kupo. Sand Sea, the Mudru Bazaar, the South Gate, Keith Plains, and the West Gate, the Aerodrome. I appreciate it, but I actually know where I'm going. What's this guy doing? The Moogling is once again open for business, Kupo. We'll happily teleport you to any of several locations throughout Rabanastre, and I've saved the best part for last. It's free, Kupo! Just look for one of our signposts and speak with the friendly Moogling Moogle, who's sure to be close at hand, Kupo. Alright. A commotion with the thieves in the palace on the night of the Lord's Consul's fete shook people up a fair bit. All's well now, though. The watch did for them, sure enough. People seem to think pretty well of Vane, but I'd like to know is why. Hey, did you see that fellow who just passed that way? He had a beard. Looked and smelled like he hadn't bathed in years. There was an unsavory bunch following him. You think he's alright? Not that I'm about to stick my nose where it don't belong. Technically, just by talking about it, you did. Did you see? Have you heard? Have you touched? You really shouldn't touch, you know. Why, the Viera, of course. Such style and grace. Everything I've wanted in a woman. I wonder if she's attached. She just might be. Would you like to buy a map, Kupo? I would, actually. A fine purchase, Kupo. You won't regret it. Moogle's Islander. I actually want the other map, too. A fine purchase, Kupo. You won't regret it. See you later, anime gamer. Lady Satana, whichever you prefer to go by. Came to East End to do some shopping, but there's so many shops I don't know where to begin. Pretty sure that these people say the same thing they did at the beginning of the game. I don't need to talk to all of them. Let's check the weapon shop and the armor shop and the magic shop and the technic shop. Make sure I've gotten everything. Say, aren't you the poor lad that minds Miguel's shop when he's busy? Poor thing. Oh, sorry. Must have confused you with someone else. No harm meant by it, boy. Now, may I help you? Nothing new. Alright. We have a fine assortment of armors for the choosing. There's sure to be something to tickle your fancy. Why, that's the most unusual stone you've got there. Don't suppose you'd be interested in selling? No, what am I saying? If I go up buying odd knickknacks again, me mum have a fit. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, armors. Armors for the choosing. Alright, none of this is better than what I got. Alright. There's a good chance I probably won't be buying anything from any of these shops, because I've already bought everything up to this point. But finally, Vaughn can make use of his red mage-ness and cast spells. Yugri's magics. Yugri, do you have any magic that I want? Are you sure you shouldn't be helping Miguelo today? With him and Penelo, poor Kites is minding the shop by himself. Sorry, you came to shop, not talk. Thought I did, but you have nothing for me. That's unfortunate, but it happens. Heading over to the Technic shop now, before heading to Miguelo's. Ah, Van! You haven't seen Penelo lately, have you? No, I don't need her for anything in particular. Usually she stopped in to see if there were any chores need doing by now, and I was curious why she hadn't, is all. Now, what can I get for you? Nothing. You don't have any good techniques. Fuck you, buddy. Alright, let's go to Miguelo's. Find out where Penelo's hanging out. Miguelo's Sundries.
Vaughn, is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
The Imperials will need more than a dungeon to stop me.
You broke out of a dungeon? Whoa!
Hey, try and keep it down, would ya? Penelo isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguelo's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
So much for my big welcome. I guess everybody's busy.
I got my hands full watching the shop, and old Dallin had something for me to do, but I can't get away.
Old Dallin, huh? Tell you what, I'll go see him for you.
Really?
Well, nothing better to do.
Very much like the exit there. Alright. Stream's probably going to go over to a little bit today. Not too much. Hey, Corino. FF12 is not my favorite FF either, but I do love this game. Like, I have it. Like, this is my second time and really pushing for a full playthrough. It's not going to be 100% or anything, but I definitely appreciate its graphics as well. I just wish they had waited and released it on PS3. I know the people who only had PS2 in the era appreciate it, but yeah, okay, so they all say the same stuff from earlier. But it's good to see you, Corino. Hello, Dallin.
Well, well, look who we have here. Heard you were sent off to Nalpina.
And I got out of there as fast as I could. But it was all worth it, Dallin. Here, look at this.
My, quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, you know, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye. Van, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dallin, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
And so it is done, but will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
You obtained the Sword of the Order, and no, it won't be enough because I said so. Alright, so where are we going? We are going to wherever the map says, and it says over there. Okay. I actually haven't been over to that part yet. The south sprawl is at the bottom of the map, and the north sprawl is at the top. That's how maps always are, you know. Thanks, kid. Words of wisdom to live by. Viola sent us up here to see what happened to that strange man that disappeared. She said Sky's pirates have to pay attention to that sort of thing. I got where he went off to, but narrowed down to the alley to the west of here. But he's too scared to go. Come in! I've many fine blades on display. Forged each and every one of them myself. Look them over, but they're not for sale. What? I'm very confused. The grown-ups told me all about how come we want to live in the underground. Sure, why not? They told me we used to live above ground. My house was up there too, but I don't remember. Then there was the war against the Empire 2 years ago, and Damascus lost, so that made us be under the control of the Empire too. Then when the Imperials came to Rabanastre, they ordered everybody to move down here. The Imperials let us do what we want, I guess. They just don't let us live up where we want. Something about keeping their control on us. You want to hear the rest? Sure, go ahead. But it's not totally impossible to live up in the city, even for us Damascans. It just takes a whole lot of money. Way more than I got. It's not all bad in Lowtown, though. At least there aren't any Imperials down here. Maybe they stay out just so that we'll think it's better down here than it is. I mean, if something happens, it's a lot easier for them to round us all up if we're already rounded up. Makes sense, doesn't it? The grown-ups say I'm just being paranoid. Whatever that means. Sorry for talking so much. I done listened to everybody to learn all that. Yeah, Gary, my brother is a big fan of those posts. Hello, Marcel! I'm supposed to deliver this to a man named Azelis. This is the place, right? And who was it that told you that? Old Dallin. He said I have to give this to him personally. Does nothing get past Dallin? He has ears in every wall. Alright, get inside, but not a word of what you see or hear in there. You got that?
Then what do you make of Andor's proclamation? Are you suggesting they fooled even the Marquis?
What if a judge killed the king, not the captain? That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
Huh?
Now there is the Bosch that I remember.
Then will you fight again at my side?
His word alone convinces me of nothing.
I'd take his word over that of a mouthpiece Marquis.
Then you name Rex liar with him.
My brother was no liar!
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our past will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vayne, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Andor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains? Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosch. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a cage. The eyes of the Resistance watch unblinking.
Let them watch. I know something of cages.
That's right. Amalia's in the Resistance.
Then you know her.
Sorta. We met just before we got sent to Nalbina. I've known nicer people.
Our paths keep crossing, yours and mine. It's more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry. Allow me one last annoyance, a favor to ask. I want you to take me to Balthier. Even caged birds need wings.
This makes us even.
Even?
For Nalbina. We couldn't have done it without you.
Bosch joins the party. Which means, that's right, we get to pick a job for Bosch. Now, keep in mind, he cannot be red mage, he cannot be white mage, he cannot be archer, or machinist. So that leaves us with a choice of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me get my 8-sided die out here. And we're going to randomly pick a job for Bosch using my 8-sided die. We get 6. So starting with Hunter as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to be a monk. Oops, pressed the wrong button. So That's actually not a terrible job for Bosch, because he's got low magic and magic attack and such. So, the fact that he's a monk is pretty cool. So, I'm curious as to whether using a pole or his bare hands is better. I did just pick up that cypress plow. I'm not going to fill out any of these yet. I'll do that later. But, yeah. I want to move on. But, yeah, so we got a monk, which is pretty cool. I have one more character that I can pick the job for, and I'm hoping we get something really cool, like Samurai or Ulan, but got to do what the dice says, so... Hey, there's treasure chest right there. Marcel, no, it's not the PS3 edition because there is no PS3 edition. I wish there was. I wish there was, my friend. Although, if they release a PS4 version of this game, I'll probably do another playthrough of it.
A lot of kids lost their parents in the war. Mine had already died before that. The plague took them both.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay. It's been 5 years now. After that, I lived with my friend Pinello and her family. Then the war came.
I am sorry.
You don't have to keep apologizing. Really, it's all right. I know it wasn't your fault. I see that now. You didn't kill my brother. It was the Empire. My brother trusted you. And he was right.
Vaughn, you gave in very quickly there. No surprise. Okay, so where are we headed anyway? If I were a sky pirate, where would I be? In the Sand Sea or in the aerodrome? Let's go check the Sand Sea first, since I'm right beside it. There's a Moogle.
As I said, a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? What I am understanding is he took Pinello because of you.
What? What about Pinello?
Oh, Vaughn, they've taken Pinello. And there was a note for this Balthier. Come to the Museum of Mines, it said.
It's Begamnon. He was in Albina.
If anything were to happen to that sweet child, why, I've her parents' memory to consider. You're going to go to her aid, and that's that. That's what you sky pirates do, isn't it?
I don't respond well to orders. You do know that the Imperial fleet is massing at Bujaba?
Fine, then I'll go. You at least have an airship, don't you? Just get me there and I'll find Pinello myself.
I'll join you.
Huh?
I have some business there as well.
An audience with the Marquis, by chance?
Balthier, just take us, and this is yours.
The guards are toying with us.
Make yourselves ready. We leave soon.
Right.
Balthier and Fran rejoin the party. Begamnon's note can be referring to Luzu Mines in Bujaba. We leave at once. When you're ready, meet me in the aerodrome. I should imagine it's still by the west gate. We weren't in Albina all that long. Do be quick. I'd like to save your girl and be rid of this headache as soon as possible. Excellent. So, basically I'm going to play until I can get into the Luzu mines. It's not that long, there's just a few cutscenes. So first, we're going to select our party. Because Bosch is a so much higher level than the others, I'm not going to be using him yet. But he'll still gain LP, so that's the important thing. Now, however, we're going to head over to the West Gate, and yeah, that should be fun. We're almost caught up to my other file. I think I was just past the Luzu mines. Hi, Striker! Good to see you. Hi CJ, you're pretty quiet today. Let's save our game here. That's good too, I'm a big fan of it myself. Alright, let's talk to this dude. It's desert far as the eye can see out west Rabanastre. Never been farther than the western sand myself. A vicious tribe of room to live in the waste beyonds. Alright, let's go into the aerodrome. I would talk to people, but I have a certain point to get to in limited time now. Where is Balthier? He said he'd be in here. Just hanging out somewhere. There he is. Hello, Balthier. Let's do this. Bijerba's on the sky continent of Dostanis. The Magicite mine we're looking for is in Bijerba. If we're gonna save that girl, we start there. You ready to leave? You do realize that once we've left, you may not see Rabanastre for a while. Once we leave, there'll be no looking back. I'm really ready. We make for Luzu Mines in Bijerba. Seems I took on more baggage in Rabanastre than I'd planned. Well, let's save your girl and be done with it. Come on. Yes, thank you everybody for supporting me. I really appreciate it.
This is the Stroud. Cheap airship enough for you?
The Straw. You really are a sky pirate.
Well, the headhunters seem to think so. What's a good word? Is she ready?
So is she armed? How fast is she? Could she take the Ifrit?
I suppose I could tell you, but... wouldn't you rather see for yourself? Hmm?
Yeah.
Fran, our course.
The shortest way is over Dorstonis.
How flies Bujerba?
Oh, she's free as can be, for now. The Empire took notice when they announced the princess's unfortunate suicide and your untimely execution.
If it becomes known that I'm alive, the Marquis will lose their favor.
I'll try to steer clear of such things. Right, it's time to fly. And no wagging tongues or you'll like to bite them off.
I'm coming, Penelo.
Really don't think Penelo wants to know that.
You've seen to her feeding, yes?
I have, my brother. She eats well.
See that she does. We need her alive. Balthier's bait must be fresh.
I keep trying to tell you. I barely even know who Balthier is.
My brother! A message come from Rabanastre. The Strahl she set sail. She makes straight for the sky city of the Gerba. Barely know, was it? Yet Ala Tracy goes bounding off for you. Tell me, how could that be?
That's what I'd like to know. I just met him that one time and that's
Does
it.
that tongue never stop? What if we plucked it from your head? As for you, we need Balthier alive. His corpse fetches but half the bounty. A tender beaten, my specialty.
There's no fun for it if we can't tease out a scream or two.
Where are you?
Easy.
No good, he's not here. Keep searching. This way.
You're a dead man. Don't forget it. And no names.
Of course.
Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run to the point where I can get into the mines, and then I will be done. That's it. I'm not going to bother talking to people, going into shops or anything like that for now. I'll do that all tomorrow. But I'm not going to skip any cutscenes between now and then either.
The Lusu mines are just up ahead. Though, I do hear there's not much left there these days.
You're on your way to the mines? Then please allow me to accompany you. I have an errand to attend to there.
What manner of errand?
What errand? I might ask the same of you.
Right. Come on then.
What?
Excellent.
Do me a favor and stay where I can keep my eye on you. Should be less trouble that way.
For us both.
So what's your name?
Oh, I'm Lamont.
Don't worry. I don't know what's in that mine, Lamont, but you're in good hands. Right, Bosch?
Lamont joins the party as a guest. Lamont's actually pretty good. He heals like crazy. Generally doesn't waste too much of his MP doing so, but he definitely keeps the party alive through this next little bit. So that'll be good to have along with us. This is also a good place for EXP. Unfortunately, I don't need to... Yeah, I gotta run actually all the way around the town because the Imperials, as you can see, have a few of the directions around the city blocked off. Now, mind you, there are better places to level. Sissel and Marcella mentioned them to me in past streams. It's just I never end in a place that's good enough to actually partake in those spots. But this place, I've always leveled here every time I played this game, and I like it. Yeah, that's why they gave him that look, silly. Okay, we're gonna save here. We're gonna go into the mines in case there's a cutscene in there, and then we're gonna start. Then I'll be done. Okay, Lamont. Let's move this along. Yes, that's right, Wintrig. It is my hill winds. For those of you who don't know what she's talking about, I'll explain in a moment.
The Lusu Mines, one of the richest veins in Ivalice.
Under Imperial Guard, no doubt.
Actually, no. With but few exceptions, the Imperial Army is not permitted within Bujerba. Well, shall we proceed?
Interesting. Alright, so these are the mines. Just gonna run up forward here a bit just to make sure there's no cutscene. Yeah, I thought there might be one.
You will forgive me for asking, but you are diverting the purest of the Magicite.
I can assure you it reaches Lord Vane most discreetly.
Ha! You wear your saddle well.
Be that as it may, I have no intention of being bridled, Your Honor.
Then you prefer the whip? Stubbornness will see not only you broken, Excellency, but Bujerba as well.
Halim Ondor IV, the Marquis of Bujerba. The Marquis served as mediator at the negotiations of Damascus' surrender. It would appear that he is somewhat less neutral now.
They say he's been helping the resistance.
They say many things.
You're certainly well informed. Who did you say you were again?
What difference does it make? We have to find Penelo.
And Penelo is your...
She's a friend. She was kidnapped and taken here.
Okay, so in Ragnarok Online, that was one of the first MMOs I really got into. There's a place called Hillwinds. They're like birds with what they look kind of like the Ursa Trixes that I was fighting on Giza Plains. They hit hard, but they're relatively easy to kill if you kite them. Anyway, yeah, I spent PM spent a lot of time leveling there in Ragnarok Online, and so did I with her. But in Final Fantasy XII, this particular place is someplace I always level. Neither of us can afford to waste time. I should think, if you are prepared, let us be done with this now. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Lamont. Okay, we're just gonna go to the save point. But that you have, silly. So, that said, everyone, thank you very much for viewing. I know I went over time a bit here, but I will be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy XII. I hope you guys will join me then. And join us Sunday for Final Fantasy XI, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I will be starting Final Fantasy XIV on Saturday between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., so I hope you'll join me for that as well. So, again, thank you very much, everyone, and I hope I see you tomorrow.